the prime accused images on your screen. Let's discuss and understand what exactly happened. Remember, this is not about just one woman or one case. This reflects broadly about how rape crimes in the country and in Bengal continue despite assurances. Joining me from the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson Shatrupha, political analyst Tausif Khan is also joining me. Srimoy Piyokundu, author and who has a direct Bengal connect. Also Nilanjan Chakrabarti, women's rights activist. I want to, at this juncture, also begin about what precisely is happening. I want to understand from you, Tausif, and I asked this question to the minister just a short while ago. For me, as much as the rape case is, this isn't just about the rape case. This is as much about political support. And because there is possibly these young men who think they have a political support, for example, in this case, allegations from the BJP of association with the TMC, they think they can sexually assault even if a woman says no to marriage and they know they'll get away. What do you say to that?
So these are all political, allegations, simply trying to play politics over an issue which is like a menace across the country. Those who are saying that this is because of the political support, will they then agree that all the rape cases accused where there are BJP leaders in BJP ruled state, therefore in Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath is promoting all the BJP men to go and rape Uttar Pradesh women because there are rape happening there in all other BJP ruled states? Would you say the same thing? No. This is an issue which does not require any political party to try and reap any political dividend. In Calcutta, unfortunate this incident took place. Kolkata police acted swiftly. Within 24 hours, arrests were made. 3 persons, including the main accused, is arrested in police remand now. Police has taken action. On the other side, you see, last year, and just because people want to fight it politically, I want to raise a very valid point. Last year, this Bengal government passed an assembly, passed a bill in the assembly, Aparajita Women and Child
bill, yes.
Bill 2024. Why is BJP creating obstacle? Why it has not received the presidential assent yet? It's been pending.
Okay, let's take the question to BJP then, because BJP has been sharing a lot of...
Just 10 seconds. In the new law, in the new criminal law which BJP brought, BNSS, rape cases, in certain rape cases, there was, in the old law, there was death penalty. They reduced it to only life imprisonment. We want it back. Under this law, Mamata Banerjee government has said that for a certain...
But is this really about the bill, Tausif, or is this about the incident at hand? I want to take that question to BJP. Shatrupha, you tell me. Why is the targeting of the Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee of the TMC, a ruling party says all the accused have been arrested? That should this be treated as a gruesome, horrific crime, which it obviously is. But why do a political showdown on that?
Pooja, good evening, although I really don't have the heart to say good evening right now. In fact, there has been such a lot of traffic disruption protesting this. I got late even trying to reach home. However, greetings
from
Tausif.
Okay. Let her finish. Go ahead, Shatrupha.
The point here is why are we blaming the CM? Because the Chief Minister of West Bengal has a habit of justifying this whole thing. She will say, oh, acha, 14-year-old girl got raped. Find out whether she was having an affair. Find out whether she was, pregnant. A rape incident happens in Park Street, which was the first incident after she came to power. You will remember not only the Chief Minister, her women ministers have gone on record saying, oh, there was just a misnegotiation between a customer and a client. This is the way women ministers, including the woman Chief Minister, talks about women after they are raped. Now here, I don't want to politicize this today out of all days because it's Ratha Yatra, it's a very holy day. However, every time somebody or the other gets raped in West Bengal, why is it? There is a specific pattern that these people, the rapists, are somehow, somewhere, either under the umbrella of Trinamool Congress or under the inspiration, the Anuprerona, which they gather from the loose comments that the Chief Minister makes. It's all very well trying to get an Aparajita bill, which Tausif was talking about. But I am sure you know by now, Pooja, that the leader of opposition during when the bill was being raised in Vidhan Sabha the BJP had raised 13 specific points, which were not only not included, they were not only they were not even recorded. So our point is definitely, I mean, in spirit, we are with Aparajita bill, but getting these points about the police not trying to get in the documents or mishandling the proof, not doing the investigation properly, those things have been completely ignored by Trinamool government.
Okay.
Now,
So this
coming back again to
Quickly.
the incident today, the 3 people who have been very swiftly arrested by police, you will see, Pooja, I am requesting your camera to be in Kolkata to follow this event. It will not even take 7 days to get them released after maybe a slap on the wrist. This
We'll
is
be
again
tracking
a
that.
news.
I hope that doesn't happen. Yes.
It
There've
always
been,
happens. It always
there have been
happens in
allegations
this.
like it happened in RG against the
Yes, it
police
has.
as well. But I want to bring in now Srimoy Kundu in the discussion. Srimoy, this is Kolkata, your city too, so this is, I believe, as personal. You tell me, what does it speak about a city like Kolkata this time, taking pride in ethos once otherwise, but where a sleeping doctor, a law student are being raped, gang raped, murdered, audacity of political support? Does it make you angry, sad? What is the emotion that you feel?
Actually, the emotion is just complete shame, shock, and just, a kind of now feeling that is there any light? Will there ever be any light at the end of the road? As Shatarupa mentioned, today is a very auspicious day. It's Ratha Yatra, and usually, in families which celebrate Durga Puja, the wood with which the frame of the goddess is made, the puja of that happens today. What are we celebrating? Why are we continuously saying woman chief minister, woman chief minister? Today when I got up into the car after an event to come and attend this debate, my driver is telling me, Didi, এখন তো রেপের একটা রেট কার্ড হয়ে গেছে. The chief minister will just go and, offer some money to the family of the rape victim or survivor or, the deceased. And, the court case will drag on and on. They'll bring out 100 loopholes. BJP will blame TMC. TMC will shout at BJP. And ultimately, it is only the family of this girl. And since she has survived, he said, I have a daughter, Didi. I shudder to think, if she ever comes from the village to Kolkata to study, what is the environment? Tomorrow she goes into her workplace. We don't know. She might just be, given something to drink or, given some kind of a drug to make her unconscious. They will take her into the room and rape her just because she had said no to this guy. Apparently, the rapist, the one who has been arrested, who was also a TMC leader. And also, Pooja, I want to say, who are we hiring or who are we appointing as leaders? It is time to
Good point.
introspect. There have to be some, qualifications. This is like a job. It is not just a netagiri or a dadagiri.
And I want to,
it is a
Srimoy,
job.
that's an important point you're making.
Absolutely.
I want to go to Nilanjana also,
Who are we appointing as youth leaders?
as part of my profession, I've read the complete complaint of the victim, and it's horrifying. It's so disturbing.
It's
We're talking about a young
It's
student.
horrifying.
And,
the
again,
fact
the
that two
point that
people
you're
were
making, this
standing
man,
outside.
the prime accused, appears to clearly know that he enjoys a political clout. And he proposes marriage, she denies, she rejects, and then he goes on to rape her, to show it to her, put it in place, and 2 others join in. Nilanjana, when you think of this incident, in our college days, streets may be unsafe. College premises was the safest place. To be raped in a union room, as the allegations are, it's so disturbing. I wonder, and no girl should be facing this, least of all in a place like Bengal, which harps on the fact that the women are safe and empowered in the city.
Yes, I completely agree with you. It is, firstly, it's extremely unfortunate, very disturbing and very distressing to, hear of this kind of an incident which has taken place, I mean, just today. So having said that, I would like to make a couple of points. First thing is, we should stop this political slugfest that is going on. This is happening in your state, and that's happening in your state, and this government, that government. This problem is not about any government per se. We need to actually act on certain issues which we are not being able to address. Number one is that when in educational institutions, where is the accountability? Where is the responsibility? takes it from the lower rung to the topmost rung. Is there any transparency? Is the system porous enough to understand who's being hired, taken into consideration for whether it's a student wing leadership or the members? Is there any demarcation? Are there any parameters which are taken into account? No, anybody and everybody can become a member, and they can use and misuse their position as leaders, and they can do whatever they want. That's one. So that needs to be addressed. Second thing is, since we are living in very, very troubled times, unfortunately, I have to say that I have a daughter. I'm very much aware of it. As parents, as citizens of the country, I would say, we need to educate our children. I am talking about our children, especially the male child. Definitely wrong parenting, wrong and any amount of this male bias. Who gives them this authority to actually do these kind of things? And this guy, this fellow, this culprit, he was accompanied by two more people. So the mindset is common. So where do they come from? Where does it come from?
And the age group from 19 to
Yes.
30 to
Yes,
these are young
they are
men,
very young.
youth.
So they're very young. All right. So this is definitely a very, very important issue which needs to be addressed.
So you believe
And
that this is as much about society and begins
yes,
from home. Quickly
and
finish your
another
point. Yes, Nilanjan.
Another point I would like to make here is the college, university, wherever the students are. I think it's high time the professors and principals and the heads of departments sit and have a chat. When you have a briefing for a
She
new
begged
section.
the security guard, that she wanted to
Yes, so
leave,
we
get medical
all
help. She was
together.
denied. He did not open the gate. Was he as involved?
Exactly.
What's happening in our colleges?
Exactly.
Tausif, the
Yeah,
question
so
here is, why I bring
no,
this in
it's
is...
clearly a lack of responsibility, accountability, and when you have a briefing
or
session
political
for a
fear. Why I say this? Because
session,
the charges that came in during
needs to be
Sandesh
addressed.
Khali, Tausif, then there was the Nadia district case, then Arjikar, of course, we know, and within 10 months, this incident happens in a law college, inside a premises. That adds to the seriousness of the case. But all of these cases under the Mamata Banerjee government tenure. How can possibly someone defend this, or like you're comparing it to a state like Uttar Pradesh? It is as concerning to me, because we have to eventually talk about a CM, a woman CM, who proclaimed and claimed that the things are going to change under her regime. It doesn't seem to be happening. What would you say to that?
First of all, it is wrong to say that anybody is trying to defend this. I'm not defending anybody. Neither am I comparing it. But when BJP tries to take some kind of political benefit out of it, I have to show them the mirror that look what is happening. Can you blame only Mamata Banerjee, or is this a phenomenon across the country? Show me one state where you do not find rape is happening. It is happening everywhere. What needs to be changed? And I'm saying this again. One of the panelists was saying that we need to educate our male children, as well as we need to tell our female children that you need to speak up, be proactive, and maybe report such incidents beforehand to prevent it. Secondly, we need to have a strict law, a very, very stricter law. Why did the
Tausif, the complainant also said, I was afraid to go to the police because of power. I had to tell my father about it. Don't you think that reflects that the people in Kolkata, in Bengal, believe that police is not going to help them, especially when it's a TMC union leader or associated with the TMC union?
That's a misnomer. No political party is protecting anybody. Had there been any protection, this person would not have been in jail. He was arrested swiftly, and he is now under police custody and under the order of the court.
So
no one is
question,
providing any protection. That's a false allegation. Secondly, I am saying, why is
No, you can't say it's a false allegation. It's a complainant view, Tausif. So we'll go by what a gang rape victim has to say. You want death penalty. You want quoting the Prajita bill. But Shatrupal, let's take the question which the TMC has raised throughout the day, in fact, today, that what about Uttar Pradesh? What about the BJP-ruled states? Why are you all blaming TMC leaders and the Bengal CM as well? What would you say to that at this juncture when the TMC claiming, let's also talk about other states?
First of all, Pooja, it is, I say this with great sadness, that every single state, everywhere, in fact, all over the world, you have horror stories which are inflicted on women and equal amount of horror stories inflicted on men. So I don't want to get into this because I'm representing my party, and I don't want to get into a social debate right now because you have two other very good social activists here. I want
Yes.
to do it. I want to say something completely political. If you're talking about other states, there are efforts made by the top leadership, by the law, by the police, by that to stop it, to prevent it, to make sure that it doesn't go out of hand. Here in West Bengal, what do you see? You see repeatedly the chief minister and her women ministers, as well as people like, unfortunately, like Tausif and other spokespersons, who will go on to an India tour, who will go on a nationwide tour and compare so many rapes in other states, so
Yes.
therefore so many rapes here. Let me tell you, Pooja, I mean, unfortunately, media can only record the in some number of rape cases. 3 days, 3 rape cases. During Srimoy was talking about today being Kathamo Pujo, which is the framework on which Madurga will be prepared. That the basic framework is worship today. That's the beginning of Durga Puja for us, for many of us. So therefore, here last year, from Mahalaya to Navami, 9 days, Navaratri according to you people, every single day somebody was raped. And little girls, mind you. You
And
have
for
here
Bengal,
rapes
there's
from
definitely a
9
lot of
years to
symbolism when
90
it
years.
comes to
But your
the
chief minister
divinity,
here,
feminine
Pooja,
power, and then a woman CM.
she goes and justifies this. That is our
Okay.
problem. You cannot justify. So once the top leadership is justifying, you have other rapists who are convinced that they
Who
can
get
go
the
ahead
audacity and
in a
confidence.
ball,
Okay,
in a
final
union
points.
room.
Final points to
Somebody
our
will
activists as well. Srimoy, what is the solution? I genuinely hate to do discussions when it comes to rape because I believe we'll do a very strong discussion this time and the rape cases may come to a halt. Someone will bring in a law.
Nobody will.
Something will change. Nothing is changing, Srimoy. Inside a law college, a woman was gang raped.
No,
I
I don't
don't
think
think
it's
this
a
has got
gang rape
anything to
case.
do with
Tosi one, we'll go
a
with
law
Srimoy. Yes, go ahead.
college or RG Core. Yeah, I don't think the place is, the thing. I mean, be it a law college, be it a medical college, be it a home, be it a bus, be it a school, be it, a park. There are three things I'm going to quickly say. One is there has to be more gender awareness. There has to be more sex education. There have to be CCTVs on campus in any public space which involves women. This includes street corners. This includes buses. This
Okay.
precious parks everywhere. In a country like India, you have to have surveillance systems that actually work, and they have to be monitored, and their upkeep and maintenance has to be taken. Second thing, strictest punishment for rape, strictest. No politician, no political party. We all have to unite this and come together as a human rights movement. Rape is not just a women's problem. It's not just a TMC versus BJP versus this and that, UP versus Bengal problem. This is a
Nilanjana,
human
what do you
rights
believe needs to be
violation.
done? You say we need to
This is
educate
punishment.
better
And the
with
third
regard to
thing, and the third thing,
Yes,
yes, our male
yes.
children. Yes,
I think
Nilanjana, go ahead. Is it law?
I
Do you
think
think
what
law
is
is the
I
reason?
think
Punishment needs
a
to
lot
come
has been
swift and
said,
fast.
and I would just put it this way that since the time of Nirbhaya, I remember covering Nirbhaya for India Today. So from Nirbhaya to Park Street to this, and of course many other cases, things have moved, but I'm sorry to say, very, very slowly. But what really is a matter of concern is in corporates, in educational institutions. I think it's time that the educational institutions, especially in workplaces, they need to sit down, have a briefing, and take this up very, very seriously. It's an ugly topic to discuss. It's an ugly topic to introduce when you have newcomers or a new batch coming in. But sorry to say, but this really needs to be taken up seriously, that the principal or the head of the departments, HODs, whoever they are, they need to actually have a special session for this these kind of
No
crimes.
parent should live in the fear, a parent of a daughter should live in the fear that she could be assaulted or raped, and sadly this has happened
One
one too
more
many
thing.
times.
Just see, a couple of days back on a bus, a journalist was molested by a 55-year-old man until she raised a hue and cry. So basically, it is not
I
essentially
would say,
about
Nilanjana,
politics,
more
it's
hue and
about the
cry on this
mindset.
collectively, but our
Yeah.
politicians, our
It's a
police,
collective
our
responsibility,
establishment will
and the
have to
citizens
ensure
have to be
this is one
conscious.
issue that women,
The
young
citizens
girls should
have
not
to
have to
be
live
very,
in
very
fear of.
conscious of
And
what's going
perhaps
on.
this time we will ensure not just swift arrest, but swift justice to think of the parents of the daughter, this time, especially when she called her father
Yes.
to come and pick her up, because this is what had happened to her in the college. Thank you very much to all of you for your perspective and views. Political Showdown continues.